Welcome to Friday Night Frights. I'm your host, Movie John, in my shed for the first time doing one of these videos. Besides getting it fixed, showing you what I was doing to it and everything, showing the tour of it and everything. This one I actually finally get to sit down, and what else do I do best? Talk about movies. Had to open this bag up because I had to bring everything up from my wife's office now. That used to be my movie room. I had to bring these movies up from there to show them off and talk about them. I had to put them in a bag because it's piss pouring raining outside right now. So this is how we're going to do it. We have 2 VHS and a few DVDs. I'm going to put it to the side right there. How you like the new get-up there? So far, this is what it's going to look like. I might have some better lighting in the back, but I'm going to have to. I got a little light over here. I might have to have another one over here. I don't know. I'm real picky sometimes on lighting and stuff. But you can see the figures and stuff. So that was my plan right now. I have a might get the camera up a little higher next time. I don't know. But yeah, I went to my local record shop and they have used movies. And they had quite a bit of used movies, and picked up a few from them. And I got one from Walmart, and let's see what else. And then I got some off the line. And I picked up one I found at a flea market I went to for $2. Added to my collection here the midnight movies. You know, I collect them and everything. So this is the double feature right here of the Phantom from 10,000 Leagues and the Beast with 1,000,000 Eyes. Yeah, right there. I haven't watched neither one of these right yet. I'm not sure exactly who's all in them. They're kind of old. There's the back of them. But I do collect midnight movies. And for $2, basically paying $1 a movie. Why not? Next up is the actual Blu-ray. I forgot I had this one. This one is not horror related, but it is a really good movie. And you know, I got wrestling figures back here. I do like wrestling. And this is a great movie. Zac Efron's in it. The Iron Claw right there about the Von Erichs of wrestling. Very sad story. I mean, if you know the story of them, you know what happens to a lot of them. Most of them die. Except for one. And that's the one played by Zac Efron. Really growing up, I didn't watch a whole lot of WCW, stuff like that, and the wrestling thing they were in Texas. But I watched, you know, WWF, and I do remember the Texas Tornado. He was the one that I watched the most, Kerry Von Erich. But this is a really pretty good damn movie. I really enjoyed it. But like I said, and Rhonda said, it's really sad, but what else are you going to do to it? You know, it is what it is, and I'm glad they made it, and I hope they make other movies like this. One movie I would love for them to make, but I don't know if they can make it and have somebody look like that wrestler or not. But I would love to see an Andre story, Andre the Giant. That would be awesome to see. But they'd have to really, really work on getting the right actor or getting somebody big enough, or I don't know. But it would really be cool to see a movie like that. But anyway, the Iron Claw, it wasn't too bad. I'm glad to add it to my collection. I didn't think our Walmart was going to get it, but they did. So I'm glad I waited on it. I was going to order it, and I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting to see it. As soon as I got it the first night, we watched it. The next few I picked up online. We're going to go switch over to VHS right here. Now this is one that I've always heard of, but never checked out. And I still ain't checked it out, but I will watch it here soon. But I just love the cover on this movie. Nightmare on the 13th Floor. That is really cool cover. Really dig that. From what I hear, this is more like a TV type movie, thriller or whatever. But just with the cover on it alone, I thought this would be sweet to grab. And I've been keeping my eye on it for many moons. I've been looking for it. And the only bad thing is the seller didn't tell me it had a sticker on the side, but it's on the opposite side, so it's all right. But I'll get around to watching it. I don't know exactly any certain main people in this. I don't know anybody that's really in this movie. But if you've seen it, let me know. I definitely want to watch it very soon. Maybe even today. Another VHS I picked up. I'm a sucker for Boris Karloff, and I'm a sucker for Dick Tracy, so why not get Boris Karloff in Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome? Yeah, check that out. I don't know, I just ran into it online, Facebook, not a Facebook seller, but a Instagram seller had it, and I was like, shoot, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. I thought this was really cool to pick up. Love the cover and everything on it. It's black and white, and I think it's 1947. Haven't watched it yet. I did watch the trailer on it and everything, and looks pretty good.
His name, Gruesome, isn't he? Excuse me, Dick, but I think I just brought in a homicide.
Not enough alcohol to have killed him. Yet no pulse and no heartbeat.
Oh, don't look at me like that, Dick. I tell you, he was dead.
Dick Tracy, homicide, quickly.
X-ray timed it perfectly. The air's clear. Lock the door.
20 people frozen to the spot by absolutely unknown chemical while bank is casually robbed of at least 200 grand.
It was only 100.
Thanks, that much I didn't know.
So he is of no use to us any longer.
You'll get rid of who?
No, please, Gruesome, he didn't mean it. He needs you. We all need you, Gruesome, please.
Exactly.
That same seller had Night School. Yes, I've never seen that. I think it'd been put out on DVD here recently. Or, I mean, not DVD, Blu-ray. Some special edition or whatever they put out on it. But I had never seen this. I've always been wanting to see it. And it's got Rachel Ward in it that played in Fortress, which I love that movie growing up. I know it's a silly movie, but I still have a soft spot in my heart for that movie. I love that movie. And watched this a few nights after we bought it, and it was very surprisingly good. And to find out the killer, once it got pretty close to the end, I kind of figured out who it might be. And if you ain't never seen it, I won't spoil it. But from the 80s, Night School with Rachel Ward in it. Not a bad movie. Then I went to Cheap Thrills one day on my lunch break, and they had a lot of animal killing movies, whatever you want to call them, animal attacks, I should say. So I was like, all right, let's get it. I hear my buddy JT of the Dead always talk about this movie, Grizzly. Watched it. It shows on the back that it's black and white. I don't know why. It really wasn't a bad movie. Not too bad at all. It's got this guy, Christopher George, in it. I've seen him in other things, but I can't really recall right away. But it says, not since Jaws, Grizzly, has the terror been like this. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's not too bad. There's a few parts where it just shows like a hand from the bear and a claw and stuff and get people. Kind of comical. I mean, it's from the 70s, so what do you expect? They did what they could do when they could do it, you know, what they could do with in the 70s. So after Jaws, a lot of these movies came out in the late 70s and early 80s. But it really wasn't too bad. I actually enjoyed it. And speaking of figures and stuff that I talked about at the beginning of the video, they actually have a figurine of the bear that's from the, I guess, the late 70s. Some buddy old JT of the Dead has one. I might have to look mine up and look one up online and find one for me too, so I can add it to the collection. But they really did make a figurine from this. It's more like a whatnot looking thing, but it's still a figure. Then I found this one, and I've heard about this one before. I watched some kind of video one time, or like a documentary thing, talking about animal attack movies or something. Well, it really wasn't animal attack. It was like 50 horror movies you've never seen or something like that. And this was in one of them. And this was, the funny thing is, starring Leslie Nielsen, Day of the Animal. This is from the late 70s too. It also has the same guy, Christopher George, that played in the Grizzly movie. And then my wife pointed out that it's the same company that put out the Grizzly movie too, that put this out. So this is really cool. This is based in the late 70s, and it's basically something about the ozone layer burning up and stuff, and at so many thousand feet or whatever, you got to get out of that area, and the people or the animals that's in the area, it starts making them go wild and attacking people and stuff. You have that mountain lion right there. You've got this big old eagle. You got some nasty looking vultures that's in the movie. You have a bear, or a few bears actually, and you have what else do you have in it? Wolves, all kinds of stuff in the woods, and these people are going on like a hike thing and stuff. So Christopher George is one of them, and the Leslie Nielsen's in one of them, and Leslie Nielsen plays a really big dick in this movie. He really is. He's one that you love to hate in this movie, and you're like, wow. And then it's one of them type of characters that when they do get killed, you're happy to see him get killed, but he's a real douche in this movie. So check it out if you ever get a chance. Day of the Animals with Leslie Nielsen and Christopher George. And the last one is a collector's edition. I think it's been put out on Blu-ray here recently, but I don't care. It was only like $5.95, I believe. Most of these DVDs are like $5-6 because they're all used and stuff. Be very afraid is The Fly 2. Now I have The Fly 1 on Blu-ray. This one stars Eric Schultz, and I don't know who else could be in this one. Somebody, but yeah, it's got to be somebody, some other girl. I might have seen this once, maybe twice in my days. I don't know. It's been a long time if it is. So I'm going to have to check it out again. It's been one of them movies that for some reason I don't know. I don't think it did that great compared to the first one, but I wanted to add it to the collection anyway. So I'm going to get out of the old shed here and head back down to the house and maybe pop in The Fly 2. Or I might end up watching The 13th Floor. I don't know. I'm going to watch something new today. The other ones I've already seen and watched since I bought them and everything. So let's go check something out. So let me know what you're watching. This is Movie John, and I'm always filming.